Hello everyone, welcome again. In this lecture we will start our first unit of wave optics, and this unit will contain the following topics. Okay, Newton rings, just wait. Newton rings, Michelson interferometer, Fraunhofer diffraction from a single slit, diffraction grating, resolving power, Rayleigh criterion for limit of resolution, resolving power of diffraction grating, X-ray diffraction from Bragg's law. But before proceeding further, we will brush up the basic concepts related to it. The first being interference. Okay, so you might have seen this phenomenon like beautiful colors in soap films. Okay, or patch of oil floating on the surface of water. Okay, all this takes place due to, you can see the peacock feathers. All this takes place due to the phenomena of interference. Interference को अगर हम कहेंगे हिंदी में व्यतिकरण. ठीक है, जैसे कि आपने देखा होगा कि किसी भी सोप बबल में तरह तरह के हमें रंगीन कलर्स दिखाई देते हैं. ठीक है, और पैच ऑफ ऑयल जब आप पानी में तेल को डालते हो, ठीक है, तो आपको अब जब आप अलग अलग एंगल से देखते हो तो अलग अलग तरह का कलर का पैटर्न हमारे पास फॉर्म होता है. तो ये सब सारी चीजें किसकी वजह से हो रही है? व्यतिकरण की वजह से हो रही है, यानी इंटरफेरेंस की वजह से हो रही है. सो ऑल दिस फिनोमेना, ब्यूटीफुल फिनोमेना लाइक color in the soap films or patch of oil floating on the surface of water and beautiful colors on the peacock's feather are all due to commonly known phenomena of interference. So what basically is interference? It is superposition of two or more waves which results in a new wave pattern. Okay, अगर हम व्यतिकरण को डिफाइन करना चाहें तो हम उसको कैसे डिफाइन करेंगे? कोई भी दो तरंगों का या दो से ज्यादा तरंगों का अध्यारोपण जब हम करते हैं और उसकी वजह से एक नई तरंग फॉर्म होती है, उसको हम क्या कहते हैं? व्यतिकरण या फिर इंटरफेरेंस. Okay, so interference is nothing but superposition of two or more waves which results in a new wave pattern. Okay, so basically here we are talking about interaction of wave emerging from the same source or when the frequency of these waves are the same. So अब जो तरंगे निकल रही हैं उसमें उनकी जो फ्रीक्वेंसी यानी आवृत्ति है वो भी सेम होगी. ठीक है, और उनका कैसे आपस में एक दूसरे से इंटरेक्शन होता है उसको हम क्या कहते हैं? इंटरफेरेंस. सो इट कैन बी डिफाइंड एज इंटरैक्शन बिटवीन टू और मोर वेव्स ऑफ सेम और वेरी क्लोज फ्रीक्वेंसीज एमिटेड फ्रॉम द कोहेरेंट सोर्सेस वेयर द वेव फ्रंट कंबाइन अकॉर्डिंग टू द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ सुपरपोजिशन. ओके, जैसा कि मैंने पहले ही कहा था कि कोई भी दो तरह की वेव, ओके, या दो तरह की तरंग होंगी जब वो आपस में एक दूसरे से इंटरेक्ट करती है एंड दे एड अप और सब्ट्रैक्ट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ सुपरपोजिशन या फिर अध्यारोपण के प्रिंसिपल से वो एक दूसरे को एड अप करती है और एक नई वेव का फॉर्मेट या फिर नई तरंग बनाती हैं. उस फिनोमिना को हम क्या कहेंगे? इंटरफेरेंस कहेंगे. अब ये इंटरेक्शन किस प्रकार होता है? सपोज करो कि मेरे पास में एक वेव है like this, another wave is like this. So if the crest, okay, and crest of the two waves meet each other, okay, then it will add up and form maximum intensity. Whereas if the crest and the trough will meet of two waves, it will form minimum intensity pattern and they will subtract. Okay, so we will get minimum intensity. Okay, अगर हिंदी में कहें, जब कोई भी दो तरंगे हैं सपोज, उनका वेव पैटर्न कुछ इस तरह की से है, तो अगर इस वेव के शीर्ष, दोनों शीर्ष अगर जुड़ेंगे, ठीक है, दोनों शीर्ष आपस में मिलते हैं, अगर आपस में इंटरेक्ट होते हैं तो वो दोनों क्या होंगे? एक दूसरे को ऐड करेंगे और हमें मैक्सिमम इंटेंसिटी देंगे, मैक्सिमम इंटेंसिटी यानी तीव्रता, अधिकतम तीव्रता देंगे। और अगर मेरा शीर्ष और गर्त मिल रहे तो हमें न्यूनतम तीव्रता मिलेगी। ओके, सो whenever what superposition principle says that whenever we are interacting a crest with a crest, that will give us maximum intensity, and whenever we are interacting the crest with the trough, that will give us minimum intensity. Okay, so for proving this, I think all of you might be knowing about the famous experiment called Young's double slit experiment. Okay, so in Thomas Young in 1802 explained the interference in his double slit experiment, which helped in picturizing the interference of wave. So following pattern was observed onto the screen, that is alternate bright and dark fringes were obtained onto the screen. So we'll discuss it. Okay, so first of all, let's see what is the pattern. Okay, so what experimental setup did the Young's used in his experiment. Okay, so basically एक डबल स्लिट को अगर हम कहेंगे तो क्या कहेंगे, द्विझिरी प्रयोग, यंग्स का द्विझिरी प्रयोग। ठीक है, इसमें क्या कंस्ट्रक्शन होगा, क्या सेटअप होगा, उसको अभी हम देखते हैं। ठीक है, so following will be the experimental setup for Young's double slit experiment. So first of all, we will have a main source S. Let's name it as S. Then let the sources S1 and S2. We will have two sources S1 and S2 which are equal distance from the main source S. Okay, and then we will have a screen placed over here. Okay, so let the crest be represented by complete arc and the trough be represented by the dotted arcs. So let's use the crest for the dotted arc and trough for dotted arc and crest complete arcs. ओके, so basically Young's double slit experiment is helpful for understanding the phenomenon of interference in a better way. So here we take S1 and S2 sources be equal distance from the main source S. ओके, यहाँ पे हम क्या करेंगे, दो सोर्सेस को लेंगे S1 एंड S2 जो कि इक्वल डिस्टेंस पे हैं सोर्स नंबर S से. सो वी कैन राइट डाउन लेट द सोर्सेस S1 and S2 S1 and S2 be equal distance from the main source S from the main source S while being close to each other, right? सो क्योंकि जो मेरे सोर्सेस हैं वो जो वेव्स है साइड डायरेक्शन में पास करते हैं, सो सबसे पहले दिस स्फेरिकल वेव्स विल फर्स्ट पास थ्रू S एंड देन इट विल गो थ्रू S1 and S2. Since the surface, since the sources emit waves in all directions, the spherical wave will first pass through S and then S1 and S2. Since the sources emit waves in all directions, the spherical waves first passes through S and then S1 and S2 respectively. ठीक है. Finally, these waves expand into space. Okay, so how they are interacting? So there are two terms for it. First one is constructive interference. First one is constructive interference. Okay, as in the starting of the video I have already said that when there are two waves, okay, suppose there are two waves, so if their crest and crest are meeting, what it will form? It will add up and give maximum intensity. This is what is called constructive interference. So constructive interference usually takes at the point where the crest due to one source must meet the crest due to another source, or where their troughs meet other. So either the crest or the trough, या तो उसके शीर्ष मिलेंगे या फिर उसके गर्त मिलेंगे, तो क्या होगा, वो दोनों ऐड हो जाएंगे और एक नई वेव बनाएंगे जिसकी हमारे पास में तीव्रता अधिक होगी, यानी कि मैक्सिमम इंटेंसिटी होगी. ओके, सो बेसिकली कंस्ट्रक्टिव इंटरफेरेंस टेक्स प्लेस at the point at the points where the crest due to one source where the crest due to one source meet the crest due to another source. Or where troughs meet each other. Okay, so you can say the resultant amplitude will be sum of amplitude of the separate waves, hence intensity will be maximum at this point. So these maximum intensity, what it will do, the maximum intensity will form bright fringes onto the screen, and minimum intensity will form dark fringes onto the screen. Okay, and the phenomenon of forming minimum intensity, that is meeting of a crest of one wave and a trough of another wave. Okay, crest of one wave and trough of another wave. What it will result in? Subtraction of these waves, subtraction of amplitude of these waves. Hence, we will have minimum intensity, and the term for it is destructive interference. This is called as destructive interference. Okay, so due to this, lines alternate bright and dark fringes are observed on the screen placed at the right side of the sources S1 and S2. Okay, on this screen you can see alternate bright and dark fringes will be obtained. Okay, these fringes are due to nothing but phenomenon of interference of light. It is very interesting as it shows the wave nature of light, that is प्रकाश की तरंग प्रकृति के बारे में हमें ये एक्सपेरिमेंट यंग्स का द्विजिरी प्रयोग हमें प्रकाश की तरंग प्रवृत्ति के बारे में बताता है. सी, अगर हम ये मान के चलें कि लाइट एक पार्टिकल है, जो कि पहले शायद उसको कहा जाता कि लाइट एक पार्टिकल है. सपोज जस्ट इमेजिन यू आर throwing a ball from some distance to these slits S1 and S2. What if there is only single slit? What is the expectations if you throw a ball, many balls? How many lines you will get? One line you will get on the screen. Okay. Now if you convert it to two slits, what will happen? Since it is a particle, it should form only two lines. So you can say if a particle is passed through the two slits, it should form two lines onto the screen. But whereas when we transmit light or emit light from one source to these onto these slits S1 and S2, what we'll observe a interesting wave pattern of bright and dark fringes. Okay, so hence it says us that light does have a wave nature. Okay, so this famous experiment was used to prove that light has a wave nature. Okay. Okay, so you can see now these are the bright and dark fringes obtained from the Young's double slit experiment. Okay, the next concept is concept of waves and Huygens principle. Okay, so what is a wave? First of all, let's ask ourselves, what is a wave? A wave is a disturbance through space and time, usually with transference of energy from one point to another without any particle of the medium being permanently displaced. Understand what is a wave? Just take an example. You are throwing a pebble onto the pond of water. What you will observe? You will observe some particles are oscillating around. Okay, around the equilibrium points you can see a certain oscillation. Okay, that oscillation is nothing but energy is being transferred from one point to another but without any displacement. That is nothing but a wave. ठीक है, एक तरंग को समझने के लिए हम एक एग्जांपल लेंगे कि सपोज आप एक पॉन्ड ऑफ वाटर में एक पत्थर को ड्रॉप करते हो तो क्या होगा, अपनी प्रतिघात बिंदु पे वो एक तरह का दोलन करती हुई तरंगें आपको दिखेंगी. ठीक है, अब इन तरंगों में एनर्जी ट्रांसफर होती है, ऊर्जा ट्रांसफर होती है, लेकिन कोई डिस्प्लेसमेंट नहीं होता. ओके, सो अ वेव इज नथिंग बट अ वेव इज अ डिस्टर्बेंस दैट प्रोपगेट्स थ्रू स्पेस एंड टाइम, usually with transference of energy from one point to another without any particle of the medium being permanently displaced. Okay, so you can say under this situation particle oscillate about their equilibrium position. इस situation में जो particle होता है वो अपनी ही प्रतिघात बिंदु पे दोलन करता है. अगर ये oscillation मेरा in the direction of wave propagation, then it is called as longitudinal wave, and if it is in the perpendicular direction to the wave propagation, then it is transverse in nature. Okay, so now what Huygens principle says, let's see. Let's talk about Huygens principle. So Huygens principle is nothing but, suppose you have a source S. What Huygens said that suppose you have a source S. Okay, let's name the source as S. Okay. Okay. So what Huygens said that each point on the given wavefront act as a source of secondary wavelet. Okay, so let us draw one source S. let's draw this section as PQ. Okay, so at any time, suppose PQ is the section of primary wavefront drawn from the source S. Okay, now what you have to do, मुझे अगर wavefront निकालनी है at a time t, so what I will do, on this primary wavefront I will mark points 1, 2, 3 and so on. So let's take some points as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. ठीक है. सो एज पर हाइजेन प्रिंसिपल ये पॉइंट है वो क्या करते हैं, हमें सेकेंडरी वेवलेट फाइंड करने में हेल्प करते हैं. सो एज पर हाइजेन प्रिंसिपल दिस पॉइंट एक्ट एज अ सोर्स ऑफ सेकेंडरी वेवलेट. सो हाउ विल यू फाइंड द सेकेंडरी वेवलेट? You will take this point as center and draw a radius with a circle of ct, where c is the speed of light. Okay, let's take the radius c and just draw a circle. Similarly, do it over here. Okay, now what you have to do, now first of all what this spherical surface represent is position of secondary wavelets at time t. So how will you draw? Now take the tangents and you will find the secondary wavelet. Take tangent of all these circles and the resultant will be the surface P1 Q1, that is our secondary wavefront. So let's draw the tangent over here. So the tangent joining all, okay, tangents of all the circles joining, okay, that will name it as P1 and Q1. So P1 and Q1 is our secondary wavefront. Okay, so this was our Huygens principle. So basically you do explain Huygens principle is, suppose you have a source and source is emitting light. Okay, now it has a primary wavefront. Now to calculate let where our secondary wavefront will be, what we will do is we'll mark some points on the primary wavefront. Okay, and then take this point as center and draw a circle of radius ct, where c is the speed of light, and at a time t we want to find the our new wavefront. So after drawing these circles, what you have to do, you have to join the tangents of all the circles, and the new wave that is formed, that is P1 and Q1, that is our nothing but a secondary wavefront. So this is what Huygens principle explained. Okay, so this is for today. This is all for this lecture. Next lecture we will see what is the analytical treatment of interference, and we'll draw a intensity versus phase plot. Okay, till then, thank you very much.